Celebrating 10 years of award-winning car talk, it's a miracle. It's the In Wheel Time Car Show, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. Today, coming to you from the Loopy Tortilla on 5969, the Southwest Freeway, and the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In.
I can't believe we actually won awards for this. I just have fun doing it.
They were all high on something.
And so were we.
And so were we. Along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Konrad DeLong, Jeffrey Zekin, and Chief Engineer David Ainsley. We sure appreciate you joining us today. I'm Don Armstrong, and I was Don Armstrong. I don't know what I am this morning or today.
Confused.
But, confused. Uh-huh. What's the movie? Dazed and Confused. That's it.
I thought that was a Led Zeppelin song.
I think it's a movie, too, isn't it?
To me, it's a Led Zeppelin
Yeah,
song.
It's a Led Zeppelin song. Dazed and Confused. Did you ever see Dazed and Confused?
I think
It was on the other night.
It was.
And you would be the one to watch that.
It's on.
It had a lot to do with dope smoking, didn't it?
I don't remember.
I think that exactly.
The physical graffiti
I
album.
forgot.
Yeah, where's the pizza?
That's right.
Mike's mind is in a fog.
It is again. All right. So who's our guest, Mr. Mars?
You know, we've been standing here looking at it and talking about that 67 Nova out
Gorgeous.
there. Mike Helman is the owner, and he is joining us to give us some more information.
Michael, thank you so much. We want to be you today. We love the Nova.
Oh, yeah.
When you rolled in on that, everybody's going, hey, ooh, that car. And it's even got the dog dish hubcaps on it. What kind of motors it got
Well,
in
it's
it?
got the V on the side. Which
What
indicates
kind of
it's a-
motors it got in it?
It's a V8, yes.
Yeah?
It's a 283.
283. Stock?
Original motor, never been out of the car.
Really?
Awesome.
The car's got 52,000 original miles.
How cool is that?
It gets better. The paint, the white paint, is original.
No.
Was the blue roof a factory color combo on it?
Yeah, that was an option. You could get a vinyl roof, or you could get a two-tone.
Painted colored roof. Okay.
And so it matches out to a C-D, which is C as the white and D is the top.
Okay.
So on the little.
How long
plate.
have you had it?
I found it in 2006.
Where?
Well, believe it or not, eBay, but it didn't sell. It was reserve not met. So I
Okay.
messaged the guy and then gave
Negotiated
my
the
number.
deal.
Yeah, and then it turned out to be a dealer in, I think it's Rigby or Rugby, North Dakota. I think it's Rigby, North Dakota. Can't remember now. But and that dealership was probably about as big as this building here, just a small dealership apparently. And the dealer took it in on trade for a new Impala.
Oh, you're kidding me.
From the brother of the original owner. The original owner passed away,
Yeah.
and so he left it to the brother. The brother went to the dealership and just said, hey, I'm going to trade this in. What do you give for it? And
Oh,
so
my gosh.
And the dealer stole it.
the dealer probably stole it, yeah. But
You
I-
didn't, but the
I
dealer
was
did.
talking to the guy, and he's like, it looks just as good as my new ones here, And I'm like, right. But it did look nice. So,
So to come with all the documentation?
yeah, it has a protective
Protective
plate,
plate, okay.
and it had some other documents, and it had the original wheels in the trunk when I got it. But I negotiated the deal with the guy, and then I couldn't find anyone to go get it because transport doesn't go.
And North
through.
Dakota is not real main.
It's not on the main
No,
route.
this was this town is 10 miles south of the border, the Canadian border. So it's
It's way up there.
oh,
The
yeah.
boonies are a long drive from there.
Right.
Yeah. They don't even speak a language up there. I think it's all sign language because everything's frozen.
Just
Right.
find somebody going to Sturgis.
Right. But I finally found someone to go grab it. It's a one-car hauler, enclosed hauler, and he brought it back, and it cost me a little bit more. But
Yeah.
finally, I think it took like 6 weeks to find someone to go up there.
Well,
But,
I'm surprised that you didn't go up there. Has it got an automatic transmission in it?
It does. It has a power glide, and it runs like a top. I mean, it had a little miss when I first got it, and I never could figure out what the miss was. I mean, I looked at the points. I looked at I looked at everything, and it turned out to be the original plug wires. They looked
you're
fine.
kidding me.
No, the wires looked fine, but there was
There's
no
a bleed out
cracks
somewhere.
So I replaced the plug wires, and then the mist is gone.
So in other words, you
Replace the plug wires on a 50-year-old car.
You've not
Go figure.
You've not done anything to it other than replace the plug wires, and you drive it now and then.
Hopefully
no,
tires.
It has new tires. The painted the wheels. The engine. I don't know if you saw the engine block. The dealer's son had rattle canned the engine. He didn't do a very good job. He got orange here and there, so I had to redo that. So I kind of went in and made the engine, repainted it a little bit.
You fiddled with it.
Fiddled with it, but I tried to make it look, I didn't want to make it look like a brand
Was it
new.
clean? Was it clean?
Oh yeah, I mean that very clean, and the interior is original. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah. Believe
Well,
it or
at
not.
it's a
52,000
real
miles, I'm
original.
sure whoever owned it, not only did they not drive it very much, they probably babied it when they
Right.
did, and it was probably, grandma's car.
Well, the original owner was a man, but there was a little book in the glove box. Opened it up, and it had like every oil change and he was just an anal guy and just kept the stuff. Really
Well,
good.
and the thing,
recorded the service.
yeah, and
Yeah.
up there, from people, I know some people that live up in Iowa and stuff, and their driving season on vehicles like this is very short.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And so, they don't put that many miles on it if they really keep it in the garage and take care of it like this one obviously was. You just don't drive it 8 or 10 months a year up there.
I mean, it does have some little chips behind the rear wheel on the lower quarter.
Oh, darn.
Apparently, there's these little stipply, and apparently the story on that is the guy lived on on a hill with a gravel road. So he used to drive up.
See, those are the things, though, but that's the character of the car.
Right.
And personally, I would never do anything to them. That story goes hand in hand with how that happened.
It was patina.
Yeah. Now I've done one other thing I did. You probably didn't notice, but it has a single speaker on the back rear deck. The back shelf there.
Yeah.
And it has a rear defroster as a rectangular grill next to it, kind of like
Probably was an option in the car.
Yeah,
But North Dakota, you have to.
no, the rear defroster did not come in this car as ordered. Okay, but it was an option. Mm-hmm. So I found one. I got the grill, and there's actually 2 6x9 speakers under there. You'd never know, but
Jensen Triax.
Pioneers. Thinking Pioneer.
so one of the girls is a 6x9, the other one's a 6x9. So no defroster. You'd never know.
Yeah. It looks gorgeous.
It really does.
Yeah.
And it
For a 55-year-old car, that's beautiful.
Yeah, they always say the factory didn't put them together too well and this and that, but pretty straight. I mean, I was surprised in all the trim and everything. Pretty straight.
You do all your maintenance, or do you take it to a Chevy dealer?
No, I do everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd.
Is
bring
it your
to a
only
Chevy.
collector car?
No, I have. Let's see, I have a few others. I like original cars. I have a '68 Camaro RSSS original.
What
original
motor?
Another original paint.
What motor?
It has a 396.
Oh, wow.
350.
block.
350, okay,
horse,
hydraulic
yeah.
cam.
And then I have a '69 convertible Camaro that I bought in California in 1999.
What motor?
That has a 350.
Okay.
And
Is it an X11 car?
no, it has power windows, which is kind of rare.
Very, very rare.
Tilt steering
convertible?
column. Yeah, for a convertible. It has power top. So it has a lot of cool options. Factory air.
Even
In a convertible?
hotter in a convertible.
Yeah, it's hard to find those options. I guess back in the day, Camaros, you just check off every box. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. It wasn't like today where they have packages.
Yeah, you either buy
Yeah.
it like this or you don't buy it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but-
can literally sit down, and I remember doing that one time.
You actually
What do you
still
want?
you
What do you
still
want?
can do that. You can get online to a manufacturer and you can order what you want.
Oh, good luck.
Kathy did that to her car.
Did she?
Yeah.
But back then, a Camaro might have been a $4,000 car, and if you checked every option, It's a $4,800 car.
It wasn't a
Today.
$4,000 car.
Oh, no.
It would have been a $2,000 car.
Okay, well, but still, you check every option. Probably $1,000 today. You check every option. You know, listening to you guys talk about some of these, and all of a sudden it's $25,000.
It's $10,000 for that one engine option
right.
today.
They package stuff today. Back then, they didn't necessarily package stuff.
No, like the technology package, for instance, today you get all this stuff with it.
Right.
Yeah.
But another option on this car is an 8-track player, which is very rare.
It's got an 8-track in
And
it.
Oh, yeah.
And if you ordered the center console, they had nowhere to put it because it's this big hunking unit, you know.
Right.
And what they came up with, General Motors, I guess, is they mounted it on the center console lid, you know, the part that opens up so you could put your whatever in. They mounted it and it's backwards, like the buttons face the front of the dash. So you have to control
That
it.
is so weird. The
even
factory
looking at
did that.
Yeah. I'll bring it next month if you guys are here.
Oh,
If
we're
we're scheduled to be out at the Katy store.
Oh, I went to that one. Maybe I'll bring it out there.
Bring it out
We'd
there.
love to see
Yeah,
it.
it's a cool car. Like I said, 69 convertible.
Well, that's Don's dream car is a 69.
Well, yeah. Mine is a 69 Z28.
Oh, yeah, that's
302
iconic.
model. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's my dream car.
So it's done.
That I'll never have.
Don's dream car, but he doesn't have the bankroll to push it.
That's
Right.
why it's a dream car.
But he is
Well,
iconic.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about these cars is the longer you keep them, the values just kept going up. So,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, that Camaro, I'm not going to tell you, but I'll tell you. I paid $11,000 for that 69 in 1999.
Okay, that's it. He's off the show. We're done with him.
Sorry.
Yeah, no. So, do you have any aspirations to increase the collection?
You looking for a
At this
2001
point,
Corvette or anything?
No, I just bought I don't have it yet, so I can't really talk about it. It looks really nice, but they always need something, you know.
Right.
I bought a 72 Firebird Formula, which is a
72?
Yeah, it's a 72 400. It's got the 400 engine.
Okay.
It's got the two little dual scoops on the front of
it's
it.
got those two snouts.
Snorkel looking.
And that's the before they tilted the front end. It's still a very vertical
Yes.
front grille on it.
Yeah, and it has the kind of the beak in the front. You know,
Right.
That
5 mile an hour
Endura
bumper.
front bumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it urethane?
yeah, urethane bumper. That's their crash. I guess
solution.
that started with the 68 GTO because I had
Correct.
one of those, but I sold it. That's John DeLorean's kind of
Toy.
Yeah.
idea. So it has that, and it's a factory 4-speed M22, which is they call that the Rock Crusher.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So it's got I think it's going to be a cool car.
Do you have these in a
Sounds like it.
collection in a warehouse or at the house? And do you live near here?
Actually, I do.
Don't give Jeffrey.
I'm not going to give you the exact
What's the address?
location of all these cars. No.
Well, the Formula would be a cool car.
I like the second gen Camaros and Firebirds. I actually like Pontiacs a lot. Every Pontiac I've had has been great.
And 72 is still the small rear glass, right? They didn't. That isn't when they expanded the rear glass on
No,
that.
I think it's the smaller
Small
one.
rear glass.
So it should be fun with the 4-speed.
Yeah.
But no, I keep some at home in a garage, and then I have my buddy who owns that
Mangusta.
Ford. Well,
Oh.
he's my buddy too, but my other buddy who owns that Ford GT, Charlie. He has a warehouse with a car collection, and I keep some of them. We've known each other a long time. And so help him out with the taxes on the building.
There you go.
So, but yeah, that's about it for me. But like I said,
Cool.
I have a car addiction, and the only way to satisfy that is to just buy them, play, and sell.
It's a passion.
Yeah. I guess you're right. It's a passion. So. Anyway,
You know this guy?
I do. Yeah, we've
Yeah.
known each other a long time, 30-something years, I guess.
So this is the guy that you were telling us about.
Yeah, because he was talking about the
Yeah.
guy that owned the Nova.
Got it.
Yeah, we're both MH.
MH
Yeah. Initials
Aggies.
MH. We're
Oh,
both
yeah.
Aggies. We're both
Oh,
Aggies.
okay.
and Motorheads.
The things
They
I
both
do
like
remember
cars
are the
and-
right ones, right? You're an Aggie.
Well, I can't tell you. This
So
is
where'd the third one go? Is he still over by the fire?
Yeah, he wore shorts today, so he's a little
Little chilled.
little
Gosh,
chilly.
I wonder who wore shorts on the panel here.
That would be Konrad.
me
Please
show you
don't
my
show us
pasty
that.
whites.
No, we don't want to see any of that. But we sure have had a fun day today with you guys down here.
And some very cool cars showed up. today.
Yeah, very.
Even though it wasn't a bunch, the quality of the cars was awesome.
The stories outweighed the quantity.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I have to tell you that we do a lot of remote broadcasts at cruise-ins and car shows and that sort of stuff. But I have to say that this has probably been one of the most fun, thanks to you guys and your buddies that have showed up here. And one thing that I want to make mention of the fact is that even though that we're all here in the Houston area together, there's a different bunch of car guys here, the interloopers here, than there is out there in Katy. Now, that's not to say that you guys don't go out there to Katy, but different cars. And from our experience, like, for instance, we do a car show down there at Woody's car show down
Waterfront Grill down in San Leon.
in San Leon.
Down at the Topwater Grill.
And it's a different kind of car show. Have you ever been? You guys ever been? I would
It's
suggest
a long drive from 45.
it is, but you would really enjoy the car show. Yeah, but different cars show up at these different and at different personalities, and it makes it a lot of fun for us, and hopefully for our viewers and our listeners as well, because we talk to all sorts of different people with all sorts of different cars, but it's just different sections of town. This is a big place. Covers hundreds of square miles. And so we sure appreciate you guys coming by today.
Sharing your stories
Yeah.
and your passion. We really appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Mangusta.
And we learn something every day. Every time we do this, we
you
learn
talk to
something.
this guy, you learn things every 10 seconds because he's an encyclopedia.
Well,
On cars and planes.
Yeah.
Trains?
I don't know about trains. I don't think he knows much about trains. Yeah.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Bills, yeah. Well, there's a classic movie for you. Mm-hmm. Well, you and I could have starred in that movie.
I can see us as the two trucks are squeezing together, catching us on fire.
That's not what I was thinking about.
I was actually thinking of the motel. How about you?
y'all can do, particularly when he said squeeze it together. I said, yeah, I can see that.
Oh, gosh.
He's your Huckleberry.
Can we ding?
Word of the day. Where do we go from here?
I'm not real sure.
Well, I was wondering.
Y'all ever taken any road trips together?
Or maybe an upcoming one?
Where's Charlie? Y'all can talk about Charlie.
We'll
Charlie's
I'll go
hiding
get him.
someplace.
He's cold, but I'll bring him over. It's not as cold here, but we go to cruising the coast every year. Charlie and I.
Okay.
Been there. I've been there
Biloxi.
once.
It's a lot of fun.
Biloxi area.
There's Charlie.
So
Here he is.
let Charlie.
This guy has stories too.
Well, put the headset on Charlie here.
Hold on a
And it's great to see you. Mike Helman, thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. Charlie, I don't know what your last name is, but it doesn't make any difference because you're a car guy, and I think that you're the Ford GT guy. Do I have that right?
Yeah. I'm the guy with the Ford GT,
Okay.
the red car.
So Charlie what?
Talisman, Talisman.
Talisman Motors?
Yes, in the auto business. 27 years.
Because, I when you said Talisman, I said, wait a minute.
I know that too.
Down the freeway,
Yeah.
and I'm forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's business?
Since I was a young kid. Yeah, I'm not so young anymore. I got all the gray
None of
hair
us
to prove
are.
it.
Yeah,
So-
but you got a fun toy.
Oh, yeah.
So
it hadn't been
how's the
bad.
car business?
You know what? It's good. It's all good.
So it's Talisman
things-
Motors, right?
Yeah, Talisman Motor City,
And-
correct.
Yeah, and
Motor City.
where you've moved a couple of times
Yeah,
down
we were
in
on
that
the
general area.
Yeah, we were on the opposite side. Now we're on the inbound side, 59 of Bissonnet.
Okay, well, good. It's good to meet you. How long you had the GT?
Well, the first one, I've got a white one as well, and I have a yellow one. I actually like these cars so much.
Apparently.
I have 305s, yeah. The white car I've had the longest is probably about 5 or 6 years. And
White, blue stripes?
Yeah, white with blue stripes, yeah. And that car has about 1,600 miles.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, very low mileage car. When I got it, it had about 700. I mean, I drive the cars. I have about
As little as possible.
No.
But you still
Well,
want to enjoy
I have a
it.
lot of
switch
cars.
around,
I
yeah.
drive them all, but there's just not enough time.
Can only drive so many cars at a time.
Exactly.
So are you a Houstonian?
Yeah, native Houstonian.
Where'd you go to high school?
I actually went to Westbury High School.
What is this Westbury Day?
Dun, dun, dun.
Who went to Westbury?
He went to Westbury High
Yeah,
School.
but Don went to Westbury in the 30s.
Okay, gotcha. I
When it was only
graduated
west.
I
There was no
graduated in
berries.
1983.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
never mind that.
Who was the other person that went to Westbury? Was that
No, somebody else
No,
was
Mike
sitting
went to
at-
Sharpstown. I'm not
was
sure.
sitting- somebody else was
Sharpstown.
sitting here was at Westbury.
It was our first guest.
Yeah.
Our first guest.
Westbury alumni.
Lipper Garage? Yeah.
Proud
Yeah.
alumni.
Yes,
My wife went to Bel Air. and-
Okay.
The gentleman with the airplanes.
Oh, that's
The
Eric Lipper.
the
Eric
Mustang.
Lipper.
Okay.
Eric
Yeah, the
Lipper.
Mustang.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
grew up together. I've known him since we were kids.
How funny. Small
He has
world,
some nice
eh?
cars. Yeah, he has some very nice
What street
cars.
did you live on when you went to Westbury?
Atwell.
Okay, I lived on Ashcroft.
Okay.
So there
That's
we go.
Crazy. Yep. I
Conrad, where did you live?
I lived in New York.
Did you go to Andy Anderson Elementary?
Yes, sir, I did.
Yeah, I used to walk to Andy Anderson Cross Airport.
Yes,
and, yep.
me too.
Interesting.
Yeah. I lived right down Ludington.
Yep.
Almost
I
there at
know-
Hillcroft.
I
You
know,
know where
it well.
exactly- yeah.
I know it well. Yeah, my parents kept that house till 1999. The
Yeah.
house I was not born in, but we moved there when I was in second grade or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
You just sold
Yeah,
your parents'
yeah.
house a few years back.
So, where do you live now? In this area?
I live 610 Memorial area.
Okay, 610 Memorial.
Yeah, we
So
lived
you
in Bel Air a long time.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Now we're out of there.
Yeah. So you're a Southwest Houston guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
through and through.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I'm right there with you. Well, I know where you work.
Yes, I can be found.
So I want to know more a little bit, just very briefly. I want to know how is the used car business, because from everything that we've seen and read, it's red
Gangbusters,
hot.
Yeah, so the crazy thing is cars right now, all of a sudden, I feel like there's an asset bubble. So trying to buy them is very hard.
Right.
If you have them, it's good. But if you're trying to buy them, it's hard because it just seems like everything is just bringing more than it's worth.
Right.
And the struggle with it is the new car dealers are running flat on inventory because of all the
chip
restrictions
shortage
and stuff.
Yeah, well, there's a chip shortage,
Right.
and COVID messed everything up. So yeah, it's quite an
So that's
interesting time.
elevating the used car prices for
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
So you see everybody.
If you got a good used car to sell, now would be the time to dump it. The problem is you got to
Yeah,
buy
go
one.
buy another one.
Got to go buy another
Yeah.
one.
I
Correct.
wouldn't call it dumping. I would call it pre-owned trade.
There you go.
Yeah.
Trading
So what
up.
kind of cars does Talisman specialize
So
in?
we have just everyday cars. It's more of a Hyundai's, Kias.
Okay.
But the car collection is a whole different story.
Well, tell us a little bit about the collection. We already know you've got 3 GTs.
Yeah, so I've been lately on a little bit of a BMW Z8 fetish. I bought 3 BMW Z8s. I bought a Topaz Blue with Crema, which is one of 138 or something.
Now, do you keep these or do you flip them?
No, I don't really flip any cars. I bought a building, and it's just kind of got my own little car museum.
And what about these two gentlemen? Do y'all flip yours or any of yours?
He does. He
From
already
time
said
to
that.
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just buy them, and then whenever you
It's interesting. We do a
no longer interested, you can turn it. And
we do a feature on the Facebook page called Unicorn Hunting. And just this week, a Z8 was in our unicorn
Oh,
hunting
nice.
thing.
What
So it's
color?
Silver.
Yeah. So if you look on the market, it's all silver ones.
What's up with that?
They only made, I think, 5,300 worldwide, and a lot of I guess they were worth more overseas, so a lot of them have left the U.S. and gone overseas. So basically, the 3 that I have a black red, which is probably the most common. The Topaz with the Crema is one of 138, and I just bought a red. They call it Hellrot Red with Crema. This car is a bit of a unicorn. It's only 1,600 original miles.
Oh, wow.
I just bought it from a guy. It was in Scottsdale, and a Canadian gentleman has like 75 cars. Anyway, he owned this car for 16 years, put 400 miles on it.
Have any of
wow.
you been to Mecum in Houston just recently?
Yeah, we went to Mecum. Okay. But anyway, I bought this car, and it's just incredible. 1,600-mile car.
Will you be
Beautiful car.
Would you be interested in buying a car show? I mean, y'all could just come right over here.
You're right.
Yeah, there's that.
Good idea.
Well, it's great to have you guys stop by.
No
great
problem.
to meet you. Westbury High School.
I love it.
Westbury reunion day here
Yeah,
today.
pretty much. Yeah. Well, we don't want to talk about that
on the
either.
Ford GTs of the 4,038 made, this is an interesting little tidbit. 25% of them have been wrecked. So that means 1 in 4 of the 4,038 you see, they've been wrecked, because when these cars came out, people didn't know how to
And when
drive
you
them.
own
Oh,
one,
yeah.
there's a countdown. because every time one goes away,
Yeah.
value increases. Because
yeah.
I know I got a bunch of friends with the Supras,
Yeah. Oh, those things have
96,
gone
95
parabolic.
Supras,
Jeez.
and they know every time one wrecks, everybody's valuing.
Yeah.
It's like
Sees a
Bitcoin.
value
Or one
increase.
gets crushed.
Right.
Well, thanks so much for stopping by. Gentlemen, it's always a pleasure.
Wonderful. Thank you, guys.
We really do appreciate it. Hope to run into you again. Next month, the 15th, Loopy's in Katy, Texas.
Out on 99 and Kingsland.
Yeah. All right. A couple of stories. Can we save your
Yes.
car clinic?
Yes.
Okay. General Motors North American production hammered harder than any of its rivals last week by the unrelenting global shortage of microchips. Latest figures from Auto Forecast Solutions show GM accounted for more than 73,500 of the 113,000 vehicles taken out
of production.
Yikes. Schedules. Not good. Did you see where Nero is in town?
No.
So this autonomous company,
yes. Yeah, I'm
Domino's Pizza in Nero, Silicon Valley startup, said on Monday that it'll launch robotic pizza delivery here in Houston, which it did this week, seeking to capitalize on rising online orders caused by the pandemic. Well, we hope that that's on the downslope now.
Yes.
With a small, low-speed vehicle to carry packages instead of people, the robot company has been pulling ahead of other autonomous startups and gaining regulatory approvals for on-road vehicle deployment. Kroger, Walmart, CVS, Health Corp, they're hoping to use the same kind of technology in the not-too-distant future, but look for some odd-looking vehicle coming down the street.
And you also heard that Nissan has had to slash some production in May from the chip shortage.
Everybody is cutting production. Matter of fact, Chief Executive of Intel Corp told Reuters on Monday the company is in talks to start producing chips for car makers to help alleviate the shortage. Pat Gelsinger said the company's talking to companies that design chips for automakers about manufacturing those chips inside Intel's factory network with the goal of producing chips within 6 to 9 months. Well, that's a day late and a dollar short, isn't it? I don't quite understand all of that, but
270 days late.
Yeah, something like that. And GM plans to roll out a more convenient in-vehicle navigation system this month for select 2018 model year and newer vehicles. Look for that. It's called Mapbox. So that's coming.
And Spring Hill, Tennessee, GM, where they're going to be building the Cadillac Lyriq, they're also going to be building their new Ultima batteries as well.
Okay, we're going to wrap up things here on today's show right after a quick break. Stay with us.
Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's premier cruise-in, and you're invited to join in. Whether you're a cruiser or spectator, Tailpipes and Tacos is the place to enjoy made-to-order breakfast tacos, fresh coffee, and mingle with Houston's fun car people. Mark your calendar for Saturday, May 15th for Tailpipes and Tacos at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant in Katy, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Tailpipes and Tacos is free and everyone's invited. You'll see collector cars, hot rods, customs, magnificent originals, and resto mods all at one location. Cars from all over Southeast Texas cruise in and show off in a friends and family event at the Lupi Tortilla Mexican Restaurant on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 in Katy. Drag racer, car enthusiast, and Lupi founder Stan Holt brings you Houston's hottest cruise in, Tailpipes and Tacos, Saturday, May 15th, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy. The In Wheel Time Car Show will be there too. Get your ride ready, and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise in, May 15th, 8 to 11 a.m. at Lupi's in Katy. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the most sought-after models in the Houston area today. When you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, you now have a place to go. General Manager Lincoln Stahl guarantees Bayway will beat any competitor's written price on the new vehicle you choose or pay you $1,000. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is easy to get to on Highway 225 near Beltway 8 in Pasadena. Whether it's online or in person, you're welcome like one of the family. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.com. Is your business or company looking to stand out in a crowded advertising market? Looking to reach the real auto enthusiast? Well, you found it. You're listening or watching In Wheel Time, and so are your fellow enthusiasts. The In Wheel Time Car Show now reaches 500,000, and we can put together a marketing plan that will engage them in your product, business, or service. To get the tires rolling, just shoot us an email to our marketing director, Jeff Zekin. His address is jeff@inwheeltime.com.
Well, that's it for this episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. When you're on Facebook, please give us a like, tell your friends about us, and share our junk. You'll get Konrad's unicorn hunting features along with all things automotive all week long. The In Wheel Time Car Show streams on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and on InWheelTime.com. Podcasts are available on Pandora, Apple, Amazon, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeart Podcast, Google Podcast, Podcast Addict, and others. Special thanks to all of our guests today. The In Wheel Time Chief Engineer is the fabulous David Ainsley. Our video technical director, sales and marketing man, Jeffrey Zekin. This week's In Wheel Time Car Show produced and directed by Stanton Holt. For booking agent, podcast man Mike Out of This World Mars, his royalty king Konrad DeLong, I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our next live show next Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Central Time, where we'll be broadcasting from Studio A in Texas, USA, right here on the Smoke and Mirrors Network. Goodbye for now, everybody.